What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 1 of the Platinum Dragon challenge run for Lies of P. In this challenge run that you guys selected, I will be using primarily or only I think it's the Azure Dragon Crescent Glaive weapon, which is the crossover weapon for the Wolong event, and also using the Honorable Garb. So we'll be using those weapons and items exclusively in this playthrough. We might also include like some Legion arm abilities just for the sake of quality of life. But other than that, I hope to, jump into this kind of smoothly and transition back into this game. I haven't actually played it seriously since October, so when I did the 100% walkthrough. Aside from that, if you've seen any lore videos or anything like that, I'm literally just walking around in the areas, capturing footage, no combat or anything like that, so I am quite rusty, so it's going to be a transition getting into this, but I say without further ado, let's get started, jump right into the game, and we're going to start a fresh file. So it's my understanding that these benefits that you can claim pretty much prompt you with that little message immediately upon starting a new game, so you can obtain the items. And if so, then that means we'll be able to get the weapon from the start, and that'll be the challenge lies therein, because we'll be low leveled and all that. So it should be fun. It should be fun. All right. Geppetto's puppet, we need your help. Alright, here comes the walk of shame, the slowest part of the game. Benefit offer, there you go. Oh man, I didn't press start or options fast enough. There used to be a start and select button back in the good old days. Now they have all these share and menu buttons instead. Alright. Oh man, this is going to be fun. I have always enjoyed playing this game. Every single playthrough was just a treat. And I'm probably going to be skipping through some dialogue because I think we've all seen it a number of times, especially during a challenge run. I want to get through it relatively quickly so I can jump into the next one. Pretty much, Sophia's very talkative right now, so pretty much my goal is to get through this challenge run as quickly as possible because March and actually the next upcoming 5 months are full of games I'm going to be featuring in a number of capacities, so I'm excited to get through this game, kind of get back into the Souls-like swing of things. The streets are not safe, so let's see, I do believe the glaive is a dexterity-based weapon. I've only ever obtained it on my main profile, and it's my understanding that it does scale with dexterity. If that's not the case, I mean, it's fine. It's a mistake on my part, but let's go ahead and open the door up, and alright, let's switch our garb and our weapon. Let me see if I can remember the menu here. Good gosh. We got the glasses, we got Vanini stuff, we got the mischievous puppet, we've got the alchemist item, Alidoro's items as well. We got we get everything, the Christmas gear, and there you go. The armor of the honorable as well as the weapon. Okay, that's fantastic. So I'm glad that it's actually all granted to you at the beginning. We'll move to equipment. We will equip this. Man, that thing looks nice. That looks really nice, by the way. I like it. And then we'll go to our costume. We'll wear the bandana of the honorable as well as the armor of the honorable. Very nice. Alright, I like it. I think this is what we're going to roll with. So let's take a look at the weapon. Let me see. Okay, I did guess correctly. So it is a technique scaling weapon, which is, dexterity kind of focused. So we'll be probably getting a crank that amplifies the scaling for that as well. So we can probably bump that up to A or S scaling. So that's exciting. Okay. And obviously I need to check out the abilities at some point too. So we'll be doing that. It's fantastic. Yeah, it looks fun. It looks like a great weapon. And thanks for stopping by, Shay. It's always a pleasure. see if we can get this stream thing back, you know, my stream schedule back into the mix, and trying to stream maybe 3 days a week if I can manage it. Gosh, I don't remember how to play at all. Okay, so square to heal. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll do a charged R2. Wow, this weapon is strong. I don't know if I forgot if these enemies are weak or or if this weapon's just good. So there's a R1 combo. Okay, let's do a R2 combo. No. Oh wow. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. It's a 3-hit combo, right? Let's see. Let's get that stamina back up. 1, 2. Oh no, well, it is a 3-hit combo. Just two of the strikes are the same. Okay. All right, and then see the running attack. See what this thing does. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out the combo that I like to use. That's a running R2. That is pretty slick. Pants, it's the first time I saw your face. Oh, no way. It's funny because I used to stream all the time, actually. And I don't, oh yeah, so I had some health issues going on, so I had to like stop streaming for a period of time. And let me dodge this bullet real quick. And then I came back and I was like, well, let me try again, and I just really couldn't get the schedule back in the mix, so I just figured I'd focus on guides and stuff for a period of time. It's a little bit easier for me. But now everything's fantastic, so I'm just looking to kind of bring back the streams. Again, I'm trying to do maybe stream 3 times a week if possible. But I do have multiple channels, so it's a balancing act for sure. This is actually my smallest channel, but it does have some of the best information, guides and things like that. I do a lot of lore and theories, actually. And those are that's my biggest channel, actually. So you can definitely check it out if you're interested in things like that. I've covered a lot of Lies of P lore, too. But thanks for joining. It's awesome. Glad to see you. I watched your Death's Door walkthrough. Oh, no way. Okay. Until now, I've only heard your voice. Yep. And I'm not one of those, like, faceless streamers at all. I just, a lot of times what I do is I just want to have the emphasis and the focus on the game, especially when I'm doing a guide or anything like that. A lot of people like to show their face all the time, and I think there's a nice balance. Like, you should show your face to be able to engage. I think like in a stream it's perfect, but maybe like in a guide or a walkthrough, I imagine as a gamer myself, I would like to just see the game. You know, I don't necessarily want to see someone, you know, all these expressions all the time. You know, I'm just like, okay, I don't necessarily care about the reaction. I just want to see like, oh, what is the information, you know? But that's just me. And the funny thing about me is I make content that I would like to see. So I do it in a weird way, but it certainly makes sense in my strange little mind. But Death's Door was one of my favorite Metroidvanias. It was a lot of fun. I would consider it a Metroidvania, actually. And I played it on the Xbox back when they had some excellent indie releases, and then the Switch started having a lot better of those titles, to be honest. A better library. But I haven't really played too much on the Xbox One specifically. Alright, let's see. This is the moment of truth right here. So Death's Door walkthrough. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoy the walkthroughs. It looks like you and Shayla have enjoyed the walkthroughs, which is awesome. Your walkthrough guides are truly fantastic. I appreciate it. Your walkthrough helped a lot. Well, awesome. You know, the funny thing about the Death's Door walkthrough, and I'll say a funny thing about all of my challenge runs, okay, is that when I do a 100% walkthrough on a Metroidvania, oftentimes it's in my first playthrough, so you're seeing my very first playthrough, and I don't use guides or anything like that. I think that's kind of cheap. Man, this weapon is incredible. This weapon is so strong. My gosh. Well, I thought it was going to be a challenge. This might not be a challenge run. By definition, it is a challenge run because I am restricting the items available to me. But wow, this is a heck of a weapon to use. This is good. Okay, where do I go? I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do. Okay, yeah, I do. Well, it's been 4 months, so I was going to say I just did a guide, but it's been since October that I've actually played the game. So I am a little rusty. I'm glad the walkthroughs help. That means so much because they take a lot of time, and many times, you know, when I'm doing nowadays I want to make sure that it's really crispy and a nice, clean, concise walkthrough. So I will play casually first, kind of understand and trying to figure out the best route, and then my second playthrough is typically the 100% walkthrough or guide. But that was back in a time when I was really on point, so I was able to just kind of figure it out. But you can see some of my confusion during that Death's Door playthrough, where I was like, wait, should I try this first or try, figuring out the mechanics and all that. But I think then as a walkthrough or guide, I should be more of an expert on it, and I felt like that wasn't fair to you guys. So now I make sure I know the ins and outs of the game before I do a walkthrough. Because now, I mean, you guys have seen it, right? Like the creators that call everything a walkthrough, and it's just them playing through the first time, and they happen to beat the game, or maybe not even. So it's like, it's not a walkthrough or a guide unless you're giving some information, So I want to make sure I'm not, I'm giving you what I'm saying. Got to be a man of my word. All right, so let's take out. I have the Legion arm. That's right. It's really silly that it uses Legion, even though I didn't connect with that attack. Okay, so I have to figure out the range here, because I like to just know, hey, it's an R2, R1, R1, or something to knock them out, but this is certainly not the case. I don't know the weapon moveset just yet. So R2 is not necessarily the longest range. R1 has better range. I don't know. We got to figure that out. And I'm going to use a flask or a vial or a pulse cell. Sorry, I'm playing all the wrong Souls games here. So we'll try and do as close as a 100% run as possible that I can recall anyways. But more so, we're going to just kind of get through it. We're not going to necessarily be listening to all the dialogue and all that. I did allow, for that in my guide, and I think that's important, that way you guys can also get some of the story bits as well. But I am so glad that you guys enjoyed the guides. That is awesome. That is what it's all about, that they help somebody, The range on the weapon is nice. Yeah, it's so good. It's got some beefy range. Love it. Not only that, but it's just so powerful. Like the charged attack, just about. Oh, I forgot about weapon dirt. My gosh. My gosh. Okay. Well, you know what I'm gonna have to do? Come here, buddy. And your friend. All right. Wow. What a beginner. What a rookie. Rookie mistake there. Well, we know that this door can't be opened yet, but I will go ahead and grab the item. Yeah, some of you walkthroughs on other channels, you end up missing things. You're real thorough. Yeah, I try and do 100% guides. Like, I think that's my selling point. I try to make them complete, because whenever I play a game, even casually, if I'm playing, just for my own pleasure, I always try and 100% things. If I like the game. If it's a game that it's just enjoyable but kind of mindless mechanics, I don't mind skipping a few things, but I'm definitely not an achievement hunter by any means. But I figured, hey, I'm only one trophy away from Platinum, so why not? This was a great game. It's been really fun to feature on the channel as well, so I figured, you know what? I think it's only right that I get a Platinum for this game. I don't hunt trophies at all, though. There's a lot of channels that actually focus on that, and I prefer challenge runs, In my opinion, which I have many, the challenge runs or the trophy hunting, when you go for 100% trophies, I think the trophy system in general is designed to just artificially increase the retention, like player retention. So, in other words, like normally if you play a game, it takes, say, 20 hours to beat, right? Like this one. But if you go and you have to, hunt all the trophies, that might add another 10 hours to it. So now your player retention is higher, right? And I don't know, I just don't necessarily like that because I think there's more enjoyable things to do than it's like open a door 10 times or weird stuff like that. Achievements have come a long way, but I'm not really a big fan of it. But I did figure, hey, I've only one trophy that I lack before I get the Platinum, so I figured might as well go for it. It's a great game, by the way. My voice, thank you. I get a lot of comments on my voice, some good, some bad. It's kind of a mixed mixed review. I used to be very self-conscious about my voice and stuff, but now I'm like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna be me. Okay, L1 and triangle. Let's do it. That is a fantastic attack. Okay, I am kind of nervous because I need to figure out what this other attack is. Like a parry, I think. We'll do a charged R2. Oh, okay, and get interrupted. We'll just kill him. So I was trying to get a charged R2 off so I could stagger him, but... Alright, so the main, you know, I guess, thing I need to focus on is mastering the abilities. I do believe that this weapon has a parry, like a built-in parry. Let's see, what do I do here? Switch display. Storm Slash, that's the one we just did. It's pretty powerful, actually. And deflect counterattack. Okay, that's pretty much a parry. Use in time with an enemy's attack to deflect it and dodge back. While dodging, follow up with a normal or special attack to deal more damage. Okay, we're going to have to try that out then. We're definitely going to have to try that out. This is where we'll get a goodie at some point. I'm not sure if we'll do all the little side quests, if you will, and get all those little items, but we'll definitely grab everything along the way. You know what? I forgot there's a guy that's going to shoot me. Oh, lovely. He shot me anyways. I cannot die here. That just would be embarrassing. Alright. Dodge roll city. Okay, good range on this weapon. My gosh. Uh-oh. Okay. You know, one thing I'm not doing is really managing my stamina very well. Running out of stamina way too often. I am rolling like crazy, which I never do, but it happens. Good thing is we do recharge our pulse cells after dealing some damage, if they're empty, of course, which is excellent, because I had to use that right now. So that works. Alright. Yeah, when I first started off, I was so unsure what to do. Like, should I like make my voice sound a different way or whatever? But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna speak normally. Especially, can you imagine, like, if you had to like fake a voice or do a voice for like hours and you're doing a stream? Like, that'd be, whew. I'm no voice actor, although I did aspire to be one a long time ago. That would have been fun. I would have loved to do like voice acting or like dubbing for like a game. That would have been so awesome. Alright, here goes. Charged R2. That's good if you can sneak up on him. But I'm just still trying to figure out what moves I like to lead with, you know? Like the R2 is fine. R1 is okay. It does have a step to it though. Let me try that again. Okay, see the R2 combo just seems to be like the combo to go to. We'll go ahead and open up the shortcut. That's the bad thing about not having your puppet string yet. Once I found your videos, I use that Legion arm all the time. Oh, I know it. The Legion arm, or that puppet string Legion arm is so good, and you get it for free. I mean, that's the best part. You don't have to do anything about it. You know, I could practice with this guy, but... You know what I think is going to be important as well is the abrasives, because I don't deal elemental damage. I know that some of you who followed the guides definitely know about, you know, kind of the way I went about playing the game, and I went for, instead of focusing on either, you know, strength or dexterity, which would be, you know, I think capacity and motivity respectively. I think I went for, no, maybe technique, my mistake. Motivity for strength, technique for dexterity. I went for like an advanced type build, and that would essentially be an elemental build, and it worked out really well. That was how I went through my first playthrough, and I had very little issue because the enemies here, they certainly, you know, struggle with, you know, whenever you apply the appropriate type of elemental damage. So that's really nice. Okay, so we're a little heavy. I don't think... You So this weapon must be heavy. I think I'm going to go just pure technique for now, just so we can get the increased damage. And then I'll bump up the capacity a bit. And then, of course, our health. What does Vigor do again? I don't need stamina. Okay. I don't really... Well, I will need stamina for this build. Because the combos are actually pretty long. They're like 3 to 4 hit combos. So we'll figure out the leveling later. But I'm just going to go straight technique now just for the damage. I'm pretty confident that, you know, even if I die, I don't mind. I just need to not get hit that much for vitality. Vigor will be important. So technique, Vigor, capacity, and vitality. Probably in that order, to be honest. You store it? No, I don't think I ever really use that. What's up? We're gonna get... Well, actually, I don't think we have enough. Oh, we do. I'm gonna buy both just because I'm that kind of guy. We're gonna get both of those abrasives, and I'm gonna equip them if I can remember how. Good gosh. I kind of suck now. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to clean up my inventory. Okay, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. Put that there. That just makes more sense to me. Our weapon durability looks good, so lovely. We'll just continue on this path here. This guy's going to be fun. I already know he's going to be a real pain. I still use my elemental weapons during levels, but boss weapons for boss is nice. You know, they had a huge like emphasis on strength-based weapons or motivity-based weapons. But honestly, my favorite weapon in the game is the two dragon sword, which is dexterity based. And on my main profile, on my subsequent playthroughs, I use that exclusively, and you can just completely demolish bosses. And it just looks great. Like, I'm really big on playing aggressively and style and like having some style, and that is so fun to use. It's my absolute favorite weapon, and I will probably always use that, even when the DLC comes out. Okay, whoops. Oh, okay, I forgot what to do already. You know what I need to do? Okay, so that's not gonna work. I'm trying to figure out the yeah, that parry, that counter deflect as they call it. Okay, nope, didn't time that right. So it's just triangle then. I'm gonna heal again. This is kind of a test, more so. Oh, he missed me. Okay, now I don't have any Fable, so that's fine. Maybe I don't know. I do think it would be good for me to use or learn how to use. Let's try it down. Nope. Didn't quite pull it off. We're in phase 2. Probably gonna die, and I'm okay with that. It's just more so I wanted to figure out the deflect. It looks like he dashes forward when you deflect, which is kind of weird. I wonder if there's a way for me to control the direction, because when I dashed forward, his strike actually went over me. So if I can control the direction of it, it might be important. I don't know. It might be useful. I don't know yet, though. We'll do one more, like, kind of practice, and then we'll beat him. Alright, let's try this. Oh, I don't have any Fable, of course. Yikes, okay. Do a charged R2. There, ooh, okay, that was nice. Now I need a Fable again, though. That's a little tough to time, I guess, because you have that movement added to it as well. And the one thing about this weapon is once you get going, you cannot stop. Alfie Holmes. I will read your comment once I defeat this bro. Oh gosh, I'm probably dead here. No, I'm not. Alright, charged R2 for the win. Alfie says, hello, finished Lies of P today with your help. I spent the last week almost religiously watching 100% guides. Excellent. It was my first Souls game, and I absolutely loved its story. Nice. Good to hear. Good to hear. First off, congrats on beating the game, and welcome to the Souls-like community. I will say, there are some more, say, accepting folks than others. Some are like the elitists that are like, I only do challenge runs, and others are like, hey, I struggled through it, but I beat it. And I have to say, I'm definitely fans of that latter crowd. So welcome to the fold, my friend. Souls-like games are fun. I think that there's a lot of, highly opinionated folks out there that come with this genre. But I think in general, it's really fun. And you play it the way you want to. If they're well made, they will cater to any play style. So it might take you 20 times to beat a boss. Or it takes some of these, other players just a handful of tries, but in the end, your own journey, your own experience of the game, that's what matters most, and the memories you make with it. So that's the fun thing. So congrats on that, man. And I'm glad the guide helped too. That's why I make them. I make them to help people that are in need of some sort of like assistance, or just need that kind of, just a general path to kind of follow, We're going to grab these things. Again, I love the moveset for this weapon. It's really good, but I'm still not comfortable with it because, obviously I took a lot of damage trying to figure out the combos, and I'm usually pretty quick at being able to cancel or parry my attack, or cancel my attacks and initiate a perfect block, but I don't remember the timing of these bosses. I haven't played since the end of October, so I'm a little rusty, but we'll get it. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. It was my first Souls-like too. Heck yeah. That's awesome. And I think this is actually a fantastic introductory game to the Souls-like genre, because it's more linear than most. A lot of the Souls-like games are a little bit more open world, and you have choices of which path to take. Lies of P is very linear, so it removes that guesswork. Instead, if you do want to kind of go off the beaten path, if you will, that will just reward you with some side quests, some side materials, or something like that. It's not going to take you to a brand new area that maybe you're not leveled appropriately for. And that's some of the difficulty of the exploration in the Souls-like genre. You might venture into an area that's a little too difficult for your level, so you then have to go back and it's a learning process. It does make you better, but it's definitely a harsh teacher. Okay, we said motivity, I don't want to be heavy, so we'll bump capacity up to 10, and then we'll do vitality, 10 or whatever, and then we'll just kind of work from there. Vitality is, to me at this point, probably the least important stat. I think technique for damage, capacity, so I have good weight, and vigor are going to be more important, because this eats up stamina. This weapon anyways. Alright, we got the Moonface Pocket Watch. I did a whole lore video about that, by the way. Let's see. You know what? I appreciate you, but I don't want to necessarily chat with you. Okay, thank you. We're going to go ahead and I like to tag the Stargazers because I feel like it saves for me. Alfie says, I was scared to get into the genre because of the famous toxicity of the fandom. Your guy was so non-judgmental, it motivated me, expanded my gaming journey. Heck yeah, like that is awesome. That is what I'm here for. And you are not wrong about the toxicity. Just go to my lore video. I have a second channel. I actually have 3 channels, but this channel here that you're watching is my smallest channel. And it has guides, walkthroughs, things like that. I think it's very helpful, informational. I have a lore channel. Yes, we have the puppet string. I have a lore channel that is my primary channel, and every time I do any kind of lore videos for the FromSoft games or Soulsborne games, so you're talking Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, anything like that, those videos are guaranteed to have the lowest like rating. Like, people actually dislike those videos more than any other video that I do. So it's just, you get a lot of hate for those videos. Or not you, I mean I do. If you're not one of the the go-to lore people, they're like very critical. So yeah, I know. Trust me, the toxicity is certainly it's certainly a real thing, but it shouldn't deter you from doing what you want to do. So let them talk, let them complain all they want. It's no big deal. All right, so I don't think I need to buy anything. I don't really have any money anyway. So let's talk to Antonia really quickly. Oof, that roll is nasty. Hello, Antonia. You know, so if you use that gesture that she just gave you, which I don't even remember how to do. If we use the gesture she just provided us, you actually get a little fragment, if I recall correctly. Now, you may have to actually be in that armor. Let's see. Yeah, you have to actually be in the, I guess, the scholar of the boy's outfit or whatever. Let's see. There you go. Just for the sake of... Oh, whoops. Did I not equip it? Now, I will not be wearing this. I'm going to be wearing the honorable garb, but... I'm trying to have her give me my... There you go. That's how you get the vivid ergo fragment, so... That's just a little bonus there. So you get an extra fragment for wearing this outfit and doing the gesture that she provided you, so... She's a little chatty Cathy today. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and change our outfit yet again. Gosh, I don't remember the menu and how to navigate it, so I apologize. Again, 4 months is a long time. Going from definitely being very knowledgeable in this game to forgetting some stuff here and there. Alright, I love it. Let's do it. Who do I fight next? It's baffling to me. Games should connect people, not divide them. Oh man, that is the world, my friend. The world in which we live. It's very divisive. Okay, so we have the puppet string. I love it. There's nothing we can do upstairs yet, if I recall. Obviously, we need to go get Geppetto. Paul and Dina, you know, we chatted with him. We'll be talking with him a little bit later. All the good stuff, all the things. I have a question. Do you have any recommendation of a Souls-like game that is a newbie-friendly, like Liza P, something you liked? Oof, newbie-friendly? I will have to think about that. Because I often... Like, I impose challenges on myself anyway. Not even, this is to me not really much of a challenge, but it's just by definition a challenge run. But I typically play, and before I even was doing content, I would always, like, impose challenges on myself to make it harder. So I kind of search and seek out those challenging games. There's that little jerkwad. The little sister, I think. But anyways, yeah, so I'll have to think about that. One that's kind of friendly, it's enjoyable, you know, kind of, we'll have to think about that. There's a handful of games. Like, I would say the Neo series is good, but it is actually quite difficult. So I would not recommend that. I'll go through some other suggestions as I recall them, because I'll be honest, I've been mostly doing, I guess most of my time has been taken up right now with Metroidvanias. I have to think of some. Give me a few moments. Let me kill a few puppets, and that'll get the juices flowing, you know? I can give you some suggestions. Just, I agree, Alfie. There are people who talked about how Liza P was trash, but when asked about what was trash, they were completely untrue. Yeah. Or all they do is they just try and recite the popular opinion, you know? Like, a lot of times people don't necessarily have unique thoughts, you know? So they just say what the you know, they kind of just bandwagon and say, oh yeah, what the popular opinion is this game sucks, so let's hate on this game. Kind of silly if you ask me. But hey, that's the way people are. Alright, let me remember to sharpen my weapon, because I completely forgot about that mechanic for a second. I was over here swinging away, and I broke my spear on one of the most basic enemies. It's funny. Alright, let's see. How about you come to me? Oh my gosh, I love this combo. Oh, gotcha, buddy. Alright, so I'm still not comfortable with the deflection, but I can still pull off the perfect blocks, and that's not a problem, but I am concerned about the deflection. I would like for that to be a kind of a critical part of my my build here, you know, like something that's I use regularly. Oh yeah, we should probably equip some stuff. Don't want to accidentally use that. Okay, so what do I do? Where's just the equipment? There you go. That's like so heavy. Good gosh. That'll probably put me, yeah, that'll probably put me slightly heavy. We'll upgrade to that for now. Again, my goal will be just to not get hit. That's my strategy. Avoid getting hit. Because I'm not going to go so much for the vigor or health route. I don't want to spec too much in that. Lots of complainers never even touch the games they talk about for some reason. Yes. Oh gosh, you're very right. People love expressing their opinions that usually aren't even theirs. But that is the power that this age of social media has granted them. Yeah, the DLC. Alfie says, I'm really excited for the DLC. Wonder what the studio is cooking in that post-credit cutscene. Oh, man. I know. I just finished the game, so I'm still hyped. Trust me, you're not alone. I'd say that everybody here is certainly excited about the DLC. And again, I will mention, I'm going to plug this all day. This is my plugs, okay? This is my self-promotion. I have my lore channel goes into depth about a lot of those things, so you might be excited to look into those, and I delve into that a little bit, like what the DLC might bring and what the ending scene, you know, could mean for the series and all that. So if you enjoy lore and kind of theories and things of that nature, then I strongly suggest my main channel. Okay, I have to get this off here. Thank you. Good gosh. Wasting all my my pulse cells on this guy here. I whiffed my my special abilities. That was my fault. I own that. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Not gonna buy that. Alright, where's your friend? Charged R2 will do the trick. Ooh, I thought I would have super armor or hyper armor there, but during that attack, but you don't. So you can still get knocked out of your animation there, so be careful. Come on, I need you over here, buddy. Okay, I got shot anyways. That's fun. We'll just do a light attack flurry here. Use this pulse cell we just got. Your lore videos are fantastic. Thank you. I need to hunt down that video. If you let me see, it's telling me to sign in for some reason, but I'm certainly not going to do that. Let me go to YouTube real quick. So it should work. These commands should work, but I don't know. I'll have to check. Yeah, I don't know. It may or may not actually show up the command for some reason. But, oh, there it is, see? The command's there, so there's all the different channels I have. My third channel got demonetized the first day of the new year, so I'm still pretty salty about that. Still a little raw about that. That's fine. But I'm trying to find a way to bring that one back on board. Okay, let's go ahead and sharpen up our weapon. Let me sub to your main channel so I don't forget to chomp on more video. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Shayla, thank you for saying you like the videos. That's awesome. I put a lot of work into those. That's like my very first channel I ever created. That's the one that I hope to take all the way. And this one, of course, will be a sister channel to that the whole time. But it's been a journey. I've been doing this like I think 8 years now. 8 years in March. Or let me see. I suck at math. Let's see. Carry the 2. 4, 5. It'll be 8 years in March that I've been doing this. But I've been doing it full time for like since 2020, September 21. Oh, I'm going to get shot in the back because I forgot to handle my business. Let's see. I'm going to run. Fast escape, fast escape. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. That was great. That was actually fantastic because I got stuck in the gate. That was my favorite part of that whole series. I love all the literary references in the game. The one thing that makes the game so unique. Oh my gosh, I agree. Gamer Lover 64. It's been a while. Yes, I think. Right? If you're referring to me streaming, then yes. And I'm sure that I'll remember all of our interactions once you give me a few more hints. But it has been a while. It's been over a year for Twitch and several months on YouTube. I was doing very consistent streaming for a period, but then I just had some health stuff come up that prevented me from doing this. But we have the shortcut, so let's use it. I feel like really disappointed that I died there. I completely forgot to take out the threat that I kind of prepared. I had paved the way for. So I was like, wow, that was genius. I'm going to have to get my, whatever those cells are, not thermites, but the good old electric ones. Okay, let's take out this guy. We'll charge up an R2 while he's taking his time. Well, that didn't quite kill him. Alright, let's see. How do we equip stuff that we need? Boom, boom, boom. The throwing cell. That's the one. That is the one. Yeah, they like to demonetize over silly things. Well, the funny thing is, this was, to me, the most silly thing to demonetize over, but it wasn't anything controversial. Like, nothing like that. Nothing that I said or content that I posted. It was the lack of activity. So it was essentially the inaction or the inactivity on the channel that caused me to get demonetized. So I had been rebranding the channel, trying to kind of come up with a new kind of direction to take it in, because I had received like a copyright strike for something silly. For I was like analyzing anime, I was analyzing an anime trailer. And it was completely chopped up and edited, and there wasn't at any point in the video more than like 10 seconds of like straight footage that's unedited, but whatever, they still hit me for it. And so I kind of got a little worried about that. I was like, well, this is the direction that they're going to want to take, that it's going to be very hard for me to make content like this because they're going to constantly be hitting me with copyright strikes. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and change up kind of the direction that I'm going to take with this channel, and kind of remove that possibility or that risk. And then as I had kind of been game planning different things, outlining different things, writing different scripts, trying to figure out what the best direction to take was, months passed by, and because of that they said, hey, you haven't posted in a while, if you don't meet X, Y, and Z criteria, we're going to demonetize you. And I tried reaching out to YouTube support and all that, and they said, well, there's really nothing we can do, and there's no way to appeal this. I said, well, I have many other channels that are monetized, or 2 other channels that are monetized, many more subscribers than this one. And I said, do I not have any like pool? Like, can I not like save this channel? And they're like, no, but you should recommend that in the suggestions. I was like, oh, okay. So they couldn't do anything for me. It was really a shame. So, and as being a full-time content creator like that, it sucks, because that's the source of revenue they just removed. So that was kind of sucky. The thing is, and the reason why I think it's funny that inactivity or lack of posting content should be a problem is because the videos that I've posted are still getting regular revenue. So I don't understand why that would somehow penalize me, or I don't know. So whatever. It is what it is. So I have to get back and figure out how to get that channel back on track some point this year. My goal was to get it back by March, but it is March and not there yet. So all in due time, I suppose. All in due time. Oh, goodness. Okay, here's Alfred over here. No, okay. Man, my roll is disgusting. Gosh, that's a nasty roll. Okay. Am I heavy? I'm getting heavy. I know that. I am weird for liking Nintendo games, and people are like, you're not weird for liking Nintendo games. Yeah, you're not weird. that is it's weird to say that that's weird. Literary references. Yeah, I actually found my old copy of Pinocchio. I read it when I was like 6 and I tend to reread it now. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely what makes you want to be like, how dark was this story? And it is quite dark. There have been some great games on Nintendo. Indeed. A lot of classics. Uh-oh. Let's take out this guy. Now, the problem is close quarters combat is going to be scary for this weapon because I'm going to have to do like charged R2s or something to break through the walls because otherwise I'll be hitting the walls. Mahfouz Saad says, "Hey Inhuman, huge thank you for your Liza P walkthroughs. They've been an absolute lifesaver as I dive into my first playthrough of the game." Nice. Glad to hear it. You're not alone, actually, in the chat. There's been a handful of people that have enjoyed the guides and it's been helpful to them. So that, to me, is just so meaningful. I really appreciate the fact that it just helped you, one, and the fact that you're mentioning that it helped you. That's awesome. So really good and really glad to hear it. What is that? Why did I not grab that? Ugh, I'm such a freaking, like I get so like anxious when I don't grab things that are like right in front. I'm just like, I need to grab that item, otherwise, oh, and I can't. Okay, I can. There is a ladder here. Ugh, that was gonna make me, I was gonna lose sleep over that. I left an item out in the open. Ugh, how disgusting of me. But yeah, that's good to hear. Good to hear, Mahfouz. For sure. I'm glad it helped. Is this one of your first Souls likes or just your first playthrough of Liza P? Super Nintendo came out in middle school, so I'm old. Super Nintendo was my first console. And it was just a fantastic console. Some great games. The Frozen Man's Letter. Okay, so we have a fun enemy up here. Oh, let me take this guy out. I really, really need to start practicing. That's fine. I need to start practicing my deflection that's built into this weapon, but oh, that's gonna hurt me. That's gonna hurt. Okay, heal. Need a charged R2. Oh, can't get it off though. Charged R2. Nope. Well. Just trying to figure out the moveset and struggling along the way. Man. Okay, here goes. Charge R2. This is my saving grace. If not, I die. Wow. And to think that I made a guide for this game? Just kidding. I need to take the time. I actually need to practice with the weapon and its moveset because that is going to be an issue if I don't and I get too far ahead of myself, you know? Let's see. There. See, our life is already better already. All right, so let's go ahead and tag the Stargazer. Man, that was sloppy. So like I said, the thing with this weapon, and what I'm going to have, the biggest learning curve for me is the fact that you can't pause or cancel your animations during the strike. So I can't get too aggressive. I am super aggro, so like my play style is to go 100% like, you know, aggressive and on the offensive. So if I need to get used to not doing that. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead and level. I'm going to go to the hotel real quick, level up a few things. I still feel really heavy, but I don't dodge too often. It just feels really sluggish, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to think maybe about vigor and maybe even add a point or two to technique, because this weapon is, or does scale off dexterity, so we'll do that. I remember when the Atari was the only game system. I recently finished a fun game. Which game? I finally got to the new Nintendo franchise last year. Mahfouz said, I played Souls games before, but Liza P is entirely new to me. Just started this week, though my playtime is limited due to hefty workload for my job. Yeah, I can imagine. That good old work-life balance, right? Gotta love it. Let's see. I'm gonna up this just a bit because I want to be able to kill enemies with one hit. Man. I'm okay with that for now. It is what it is. We're just gonna kind of go with some quality of life leveling. Like, I usually would just go straight technique, like on a casual type playthrough or one that I wasn't streaming. But if I'm streaming it, kind of want to be a little more balanced. That way, if you guys want to, you know, maybe follow along. But yeah. So technique and vigor are gonna have to be pretty big. Vigor will cap that out pretty quick once I get my combo down that I like. I like to have like maybe 2 or 3 combos depending on the types of enemies, things like that. Yeah, we'll be fine. Need increased damage output. We need to upgrade our weapon at some point, and then maybe bump up the vitality a smidge. All right, let me see. Just so I can remember. Oh yeah, we need the moonstones and all that. It's pretty cheap when it comes to uploading or upgrading your weapon here. But I think you need like 300. Oh, it's going to be a special weapon. So Dark Moon, Moonstone of the Covenant. That sucks. That sucks. So yeah, it's a strong weapon as it is. I mean, even +0 is actually quite strong. But that's unfortunate. So I'm going to want a technique crank. The first time I get a technique crank, you can guarantee I'm going to be bumping up, or actually altering the handle so that I can bump the technique scaling up to A. So that's going to be fun. Okay, well, that's fine. While we're here, and while I'm just kind of talking with you guys, let me figure out the combos here. Kirby. Kirby's great. Kirby Superstar is actually one of my favorite games of all time. Okay. See, I like that. That's fun. So it was like a R1. That's actually pretty crispy. So let's try that again. See, because if I'm coming in, it's not bad to do something like that. I don't want to knock you out. Oh, well, whatever. We'll just go ahead and get this so we can reset. Okay, so it'd be like... The R2 combo is just so much better. That's the problem. That stamina upgrade actually helped out quite a bit. So R1, R1. Okay, I think I can go with that. And then now let's figure out this deflection thing. Ooh, okay, so that's if you just press... Oh, wow, why don't I go back? Okay, well, that's not going to work. I can move it, I think. Let me see. You can move it in any direction. Okay. 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 Let's try it again, buddy. Nope, too early. That's the counterattack. Yikes. Okay, so I can move in any direction. But the thing is, I have to know where the strike's going to be coming from when it comes to like a boss. Because like most enemies, if I go back, I'm just going to completely dodge it. And that's a waste of a technique, in my opinion. Waste of Fable. Okay. Well, we know we can move it in all directions now. I don't know. We'll have to get used to it, right? We'll have to get used to it. In middle school, I was a Pokemon nerd. Yeah, Pokemon was great. I loved it. Alright, let's go ahead and travel back to the main... wherever we need to go. Yes. The main area here. I've been using your videos as a guide. I have one question, though. If the answer gives me a spoiler, then don't bother. But why did you lie to Palindino? Why did you not show him the wedding ring? You know what? I don't remember why I did that in that playthrough. It was probably just for the purposes of doing something different from my original playthrough, but you can show him the ring, and so there's actually like 3 outcomes for that particular quest line. And you can show him the ring, and that gives him hope, obviously, or you can lie to him, and it just depends on kind of what you're trying to do. Are you trying to accumulate humanity, or things like that? So I do believe it was just for the sake of having a different outcome than my first playthrough, but there was no strategy to it necessarily. There was no reason behind it in terms like any specific reason. That was just kind of the choice I made in that particular playthrough. But you can certainly tell him the truth or show him the ring. Funny thing is, it's there's something really neat about that encounter that you'll see later on in the game that I don't want to spoil for you, so sorry. Alright, there's a buddy here. We'll just interrupt his attack with the puppet string. The puppet string is just fantastic for doing that, like breaking an enemy's poise and things like that. I absolutely love it for that reason. Most enemies are going to be staggered if you use it on them, especially as you upgrade it later down the road. Alright, we'll take out this guy, and then we'll grab the enemy that's going to sneak up on us. I decided to show the ring. Yeah, you certainly can. It's up to you. It's honestly a matter of preference. Or if you're just trying to max out your humanity or what have you. I forgot which button to press there. Yeah, I'm going to be so rusty, guys. You guys are going to obviously be much more skilled at this game than I am right now, because I am so rusty. I decided to show the ring. I left all the game to my kids until last year. I was dealing with some bad health issues, and at this point, I have only completed 3 games. Hey, it's no. I would say this: it certainly isn't about quantity, because there are some terrible games out there. So you're okay. It doesn't matter if you just completed 1 game. You're all good. You do it at your own time, anyways. Really? Okay, we'll just wait for that to dissipate. Will this impact things going forward for not showing the ring or no? Not necessarily. It doesn't have much of an output, really. It more so impacts your amount of humanity that you obtain from that particular encounter. So, oh man, this is kind of sad. Poor Toma. Toma, I'm sorry. Murphy. And Murphy's all crazy now. This guy is such a pain. Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? In that case, yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference. But it is cool, like if you plan on doing multiple playthroughs, just to see that the changes that do transpire based on your decisions, because there's actually a number of outcomes that happen for a handful of those little side quests. Although you'd think maybe it's 2 outcomes, some of them have like 3 outcomes, or like additional things you can get, or different variations of the items that you would normally be rewarded with. Alright. Yeah, I love that. So the running R2 is probably the way I want to open up most of my fights. Charged R2 when they're not paying attention, that's just a quick kill. I joined the Discord. Nice, thank you. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too active on the Discord, but I would love if we can change that. Like, I would love to kind of engage more in that, and so if you guys want to join, I'll make it a point to also engage in that much more. That way, if you just want, whatever, it's kind of like a fun place. If you want to just, whatever, post memes or whatever, do whatever you want on that. It's fun as long as we're just kind to each other. But I'll definitely make it a point to engage in that much more often. When I was streaming, it was much more active. But all right, charged R2 for the headless guy. Charge R2 does the trick, so yikes. That's what I wanted. I wanted to have the ability, at least, to take out an enemy with one hit. Thanks for joining, Gamer Lover. Alright, it's crazy you never truly lied even though you thought you did. Exactly. And I think that's what's, to me, one of the most special things about that. Like, you honestly, you didn't necessarily tell a lie. As the gamer, you're saying, oh my gosh, I told a lie. But as Geppetto's puppet, you did not. And I think that was so unique about that particular interaction. And that's why, in my opinion, it grants you humanity. Whenever you quote-unquote lie. Come here, little butterfly. Hidden Moonstone. That's a darn shame that that's not going to help me upgrade this weapon.
If you want to check it out, I can take point.
It's already dead, Gemini, but thank you. You know, I think it's also interesting that they spell, you know, it's Gemini, like Gemini, right? Gemini is often associated with, like, twins, and even in Spanish, for example, the word gemelos means twins. It's obviously the root word being that gem part, the Gemini part, which is referring to like whatever the horoscope thing. But the whole point is it has to do with twins, and so that's kind of interesting because I'm thinking like, why would they spell it that way, right? Because Jiminy Cricket I think is with a J, but Gemini is Jiminy's kind of counterpart in this game, so I think it's kind of interesting. I have to get a pretty decent amount of humanity in order to get the ending that I'm looking for. I'm trying to platinum the game, by the way, so I only need the free from the puppet strings ending. Why can't I? Oh, there you go. Okay, hey, buddy. Yikes. Oh gosh. Okay. Take that. Don't you dare. Don't you do it. That was oh gosh. He's not dead yet? He was not dead yet, and I was over here like healing, and I was about to sharpen my blade. Yikes. That was scary. I could have died there. It was a very kind lie. The thing that really broke my heart was the King of Puppets. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. Yeah. The fact that on New Game Plus you can see, you know, the actual dialogue, you can understand what they're saying, that's just heartbreaking for sure. Alright, you're next. Let's try this deflection. Oh, no, that didn't work. Oh my goodness, you're angry. I am about to die. I am literally about to die. I'll use these because I never use them, but I don't feel like dying and going back, so I actually need to get through this. So I will use the throwing cells on this bro that busts through the door here. Hello. Alright. I felt like I just cheated there. I am a cheater now. I'd rather not know. Oh no. Yeah, it's rough. And I'm gonna keep saying this because I've covered so many fun topics. Like I actually went through and broke out the dialogue that each of the boss puppets says something in those encounters. It's really neat. Like some of the stuff is just like, wow. If you only knew what was happening the entire time. If only you could understand them, you know. And I think that that's just an excellent mechanic. Okay, we're healed up. And I've just gone ahead and made the executive decision. We're not going to make this 100% run. There's just no need. I'm not going to necessarily waste money on the different items and weapons we could obtain if I'm going to only be using this one, right? So it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Right, where's your friend? He blocked the wrong direction. As someone who always plays a good character, that was a lot. I can only imagine. That tugged on the heartstrings, no pun intended, right? Let's see, let's get this guy out of the way. We'll grab the item. So like I said, it won't be a 100% run, but I'm going to grab everything that's at least in the immediate vicinity. Probably won't be doing the side quests for the different outfits and weapons and all that, and won't be buying the outfits from the merchants either. But I will certainly, be as thorough as I can within reason. For me, New Game Plus was really difficult. By the end of New Game Plus 2, it was getting easy, and New Game Plus 3 was easy because you unlocked the P-Organ completely through Phase 7. Nice. The Red Fox, I couldn't fight. For whatever reason, my chat, it has like this giant... Oh, I couldn't fight Cat and Fox either. Oh, hold on there, buddy. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Man, I'm really trying to use the deflection, but none of it cost me damage. Nope. Didn't time that right.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
Are you guys noticing what's happening there? I didn't realize that I did, but I pressed L1 and it did some sort of like weird interruption attack. And not only that, but whenever he was doing his charge attack, there were the 3 strikes there that I could have pressed R1 to interrupt him. I've never seen that before, and I have fought him many times. Have you guys done that before and noticed that? I guess normally I'm just using the perfect blocks on him, but I've never seen that animation where I like grab his throat. I don't know what I did there. That was weird. And not only that, but when he was doing that big charge, I could have pressed R1 to interrupt his attack. So that is just very strange. It's neat, and I love it, but I need to understand it better. Like, can I do that with every enemy? Because I pressed L1 and my left hand reached out. I wasn't pressing L2. So that was weird. Okay, let me try that again, actually. Oh, you didn't fight the fox and the cat? I did, because they were con artists, and that kind of made me upset. Like, I didn't like that they were, like, taking advantage of Geppetto's puppet. That bothered me. Okay, let's see if we can replicate those results. Come on, big boy. That's when he's doing his big charge attacks. Let me try if I can replicate it. Okay. Alright, we gotta heal if we're gonna keep this up. I don't know why I blocked a million years before the strike. That would have been probably the attack there. Let's see.
Back again.
I don't know. Okay, maybe, I don't know. It was maybe a glitch or something. Oh, I'm dead. I was trying to do a charge attack. But okay, so 2 things we figured out there. That first one was probably just a weird bug or glitchy kind of encounter. But the second time, at the very end there, once I had depleted all of my health, I tried using the deflection. Now, if you press forward during the strike, that is probably going to be the best way to initiate it, or most consistently anyways. So I think I'm going to try using that a little bit more. And I just noticed that it like built maybe a whole bar of Fable when I did that. I don't know if that was accurate, but I mean, it seemed like a nice chunk of Fable. Alright, you guys aren't even paying attention, so that's fine. That dude is just walking away. The dog was taking a nap. There's no need to fight those poor puppets. We know the truth. Are they really the enemy? Alright, here goes. Mad Donkey 2.0. Nope, I'm not going to try that. I don't remember this attack. Okay, so 4 strikes. Okay. Ah, too early. Oops, I don't have any more. Okay, that was smart. Hey. Ooh, nice move. See that? I'm not pressing L2, but I guess, I don't know how, I'm not pressing L2, but it counted as L2. That's what I was doing then. If I could only, there you go. And I'll heal. I tried doing one backwards, that didn't work. No worries, let's finish him off then. Well, we tried to spice it up a bit. I have not quite mastered the deflection at all. Still much more comfortable with the perfect blocks. Need you to get your hands off me, old man. You're not very nice. So we got an additional pulse cell. And he doesn't even want to talk. Like, his behavior the entire time and the interactions he had with his puppet were just so odd to me. Quite the manipulator, that one. If you don't fight them, you find out that they were only doing what they had to survive. So sad. And the Mad Donkey wasn't really mad after all. No, he wasn't. The Mad Donkey was probably one of the few that knew the truth. Which is really neat if you think about it.
So about that weapon assembly tool you were...
Yes. Alright, so we have to go through here. We've got to take the long path the first time. This weapon is so good. Ooh, I forgot how to counter that attack. That's fine. Let's go ahead and stab this bro. Oh, or not, because I ran too fast. Oh, that hurts. We did get an extra pulse, so that's fun. Okay. For a period of time, I got so comfortable with the 2 dragon sword, I couldn't perfect block anymore. So, the 2 dragon sword's the best weapon in the game, in my opinion. I absolutely love it. So perfect block. I'm like learning everything again, if you will. Gotcha. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and sharpen up our weapon, and we're right next to... Well, we're close to the next boss. Let's go ahead and open up the shortcut. It's not much of a shortcut, but it's fine. This will do. This will do. I really do like the way this armor looks, though. I mean, Wo Long was a fantastic game. I actually played that pretty extensively. It was the first key from like a major publisher or developer that I got. It was really nice, and I was able to get that game prior to launch and make some content on it. It was good. It was an excellent game. Instead of dodging and stuff, it was more so about parrying, or in other words, perfect blocking, kind of like this game. But it looks so cool whenever you pull off a perfect parry, which you have to do pretty much every time you're engaging with somebody. It looks great. Uh-oh. Why is it such a quiet encounter? There's no music? I don't remember it being so quiet. We didn't get the baby. We do need to rack up some humanity before we make the ultimate decision at the end.
No survivors here.
Yeah, it was just really quiet. I guess there's no music in this section? I don't remember. I don't remember it being so quiet. I noticed you stopped doing the guide for Lords of the Fallen. Was it really that bad? No. No, that was a game that I felt was attacked by the Souls community unfairly. The game was, I think it was solid. It was fine. But the difficulty, or the way that they created difficulty in some instances was a little bit frustrating. Because, for example, they would have enemies that could shoot you from across the map, you know, and you're on a precarious ledge, and guess what? When you get hit, you know, you're going to have a stagger animation, you're going to fall to your death, right? So there was some frustrating things like that, but in general, I think the game was great. I played it all the way through, and I had plans to do a lore video on it. I have all the footage I need, but the story and the lore, it just... I tried reaching out to the devs because there's a few things that need some clarification, and I just didn't get anything back. So it was mostly due to that lack of, you know, feedback that I was unable to really proceed with the thought and idea that I had to kind of, I'd say, comprehensively put the game and story together. But I think it was a great game. In terms of the 100% part of it, though, at the time that I was taking that on, I had a few other projects at the same, that were running simultaneously, and that game is massive. And to 100% it, you know, is really difficult and a little bit nearly impossible on any single playthrough, because if you count enemy drops as things you have to collect, it's just about impossible. But you need to do it in a single playthrough. You'd have to continue farming enemies, things like that, and that's just not really fun to do or fun to show. So I was like, well, I could just kind of show the items that you can collect along the way, all the spells, all these different items and what have you. But then I just got overwhelmed with some other projects that I was working on, and I had to kind of balance that out, and that was one of the games that ended up having to be delayed for that reason. But no, it's a great game. Especially the developers in particular are very good about patching the game and trying to make the experience better, and they do listen to the community. So they've addressed many of the major concerns that I had, which was just the amount of enemies in general. You had a lot of problems with the enemy density and things like that, and it was just a little overwhelming. But still a great game. It was not bad at all. The community made it seem as if it was some terrible game, but that was not the case. I don't like you, Mr. Watchman. I know your story's all sad and stuff, but you punched me in the face, and I don't like that. Oh, that's a good one. Yep, I figured you'd say that. See, what am I doing there? Okay, how am I pressing L? I am not pressing L2. That's just so strange to me. I'm dead, right? Yeah. That one grab attack just completely melted me. That just throws me off. I'm not pressing L2, so I'm not sure how I'm doing that. And I thought I was grabbing him, and I was like, that's very similar to the puppet string technique. Somehow, I'm triggering that, but I don't know. I'm not pressing that guy. So no, Lords of the Fallen was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I think the lore was pretty cool. It's just a little convoluted, and I couldn't quite piece it together without some feedback, at least in a way that I would be comfortable posting. So I never could get the parry timing with the two dragons. Oh gosh, but once you do, it'll change your life. Once you get that parry down, that timing down. It's like, I don't know how to say it other than my mind, or the way my mind works. Like I kind of go off a few things. I either go off a visual cue or an audio cue, or just timing sometimes, right? So it's like that doesn't help at all. But so there's one of those three factors will always help you pull off something like a parry or something like that consistently every time. So you have to figure out which one of those works best for you, one, and then which one of those is going to be most applicable in the majority of scenarios. So in this game, your visual cues are fantastic. Audio cues are okay, but more than anything, it's your timing. So if you see an attack, that's going to be your visual cue, and then at that point in time, you have to have a 3 count. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and at that point is when you'd be able to execute the two swords parry. And I can maybe do a video on it at some point, or maybe in one of the other streams we can kind of play with it a little bit. But definitely one of the best, strongest weapons in the game. It's fantastic, and it's really fun to use. So, in order to use the two dragon sword effectively, though, you do have to know the moves of each of the, the boss enemies and things like that. There's no way you could just pull it off without, just willy-nilly. You honestly have to know the moveset of each of the bosses and the enemies. Like, for example, like this boss has a number of different, but he's gonna take 1, 2, and then he's gonna take 2 steps there, right, and swing, right. So it's like you have to know that it's a dodge, right. So you have to know how do you counter each attack. So I don't know. We can always go over that if we wanted to. Getting jacked up over here. I'd be more aggressive. All right, buddy. Here's me being more aggressive. I need to dodge. No, gosh. Not cool. Not cool at all. I got greedy. He does 4 attacks here. Oh, usually he does 4 in that combo. Durability. Good gosh, I forgot all about you. 1, 2, 3. Like that. So that was like a 3 count. So the difficult part about the two dragons sword is that 1, 2. Oh gosh, you would have to initiate it while the attack goes. So you'd have to know the count of each attack pretty much. I'm dead. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Yeah, but you should definitely try it. It's a great weapon. Weird that they didn't respond to you. I don't get a lot of feedback from these larger developers. Often I don't get anything at all. I've reached out to Liza P multiple times too, and I haven't heard anything back because there's a few things I was trying to do with them. But I do often get some decent feedback for, I'd say like maybe studios as big as like Grime, for example, like Annapurna Interactive, I think is what it is. Like, I get some feedback like from them, for example. Like, they've actually talked back and forth. There's and indie developers, they'll pretty much reach out to anybody because they're just like, oh, exposure. so but I very rarely get any feedback from anybody bigger than like a small indie studio, and that's fine. I mean, I get it, but it happens. You know what would have made the difference? Let me go ahead and just kill these guys real quick. I broke his sword, and like that, I love this weapon. This is such a great weapon. For them to give it to you this early, that's cheating. That is cheating. All right, so we're going to equip Puppet Destroyer's Amulet. That would have made the difference. I would have been able to kill him with that extra damage, I'm sure. I forgot to equip it, and then I remembered, as I was walking through the fog the first time, there's a section of the community that rejects anything that's not from FromSoft. There is a section of the community, and there's also a section of the community that also rejects all of my ideas on Souls games, which is an equally large demographic. I'm kidding. I jest. It's only because I'm salty about it. One of these days, if you really would like to, I could show you guys how to do it, how to do the two dragon sword, how to use it effectively. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to use my attack. Interrupt his, hopefully. Oh, lovely. Get wrecked, bro. Okay, he's not letting me hit him because he keeps backpedaling. Alright, I won't be greedy this time. I thought I blocked that at the right time. That's okay. I missed it. Missed the timing there. Not today, my friend. We'll heal again. Time to use the deflections. 1, 2. Oh, I timed that poorly. Okay, I'm going to use the deflections in the next fight, just for the sake of... that means I need to save up some of my Fable, then, in that case. I need to start relying on that more, because that seems to be the weapon's strength. Or one of its, like, you unlock its true potential by mastering the deflection. So I'm going to do that. Here we go. This is the best fight to do it on, too. He's got really good visual cues for his... to parry his attacks and things like that. So it's a good boss to learn. I have a music background, and I think that I was trying to use visual cues when I needed to trust my instincts more. Yeah, so maybe audio cues would help you, because like if you some of the like each of the bosses, they always initiate like an attack, but they do so by like either screaming or like you hear like grinding or whatever, and there's always like a signature like, oh, that's the attack that they're gonna do. And once you've seen it enough, you can start predicting it. All right, here goes. What are we doing here? 1, 2. Okay, see, like that. Got a full Fable charge there. Ugh, I tried to roll out of that one because I kind of got greedy, as I do. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed it. It's that forward movement that throws me off, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. That was my input there. Alright, bro. 1, 2. Big attack here. Big attack. Dodge over. Oops, and press R1. I'm gonna heal because I'm angry. Dodge that. Okay, here we go. Focus time. I wonder if I can do it back to back. Ooh, I can't, but it can be done. I wonder how quickly I can do those parries, because if I can do them that fast in like rapid succession, you could probably farm up some Fable pretty quickly. And sorry if this is taking so long. This is not so much oh my gosh, I can't beat the boss. I'm just trying to beat him a certain way. I really want to get or use this opportunity to practice the parry deflection or the deflect counterattack, which is one of the special abilities or one of the Fable arts on this weapon. And after the first few failed attempts, I was like, you know what? I just need to actually play towards this weapon type. So this is a great opportunity to figure that out. Gotta go, Alfie says. It was lovely talking with y'all. Always nice to see open-minded people to know when the next time I'll tackle a Souls-like game. Hey, we'll figure it out. We'll get you a good game to do it as well. But have a great rest, my friend. Missed that. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this attack off. I need a rest after the first one. Well, take care, my friend. Really nice having you on stream. Ooh, that was early, too early, too early. Oh gosh, did I pull it off? That was dumb. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. I was trying so hard to do the rap. Like, I could have killed him, but because I'm so stubborn, I kept trying to do the counter attack, the deflection. And I don't know if you can do it in rapid succession, because I thought I nailed the first one. Oh, you know what? What happens is I panicked, and I wasn't looking at my Fable Arts meter. So you probably can do it if you have enough Fable Art. My bad. That's the difference, right? Because with a perfect block, you only need to have the smallest bit of stamina in order to execute it. So that is a bit of an adjustment. So you can't just spam your deflection. I gotta remember that. It takes Fable Arts up. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. I could have got him twice already, but I'm stubborn. Here goes. Okay, that attack is a little bit more difficult. I'm dead. Is that a flawless victory for the scrapyard guy? Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Ouch indeed. That did hurt the good old pride a bit. Alright, here goes. So that one attack where he cocks back his right arm and then thrusts it, that one's actually more difficult for me to dodge than, or counter or block than a lot of his other strikes. His fast strikes, they're pretty consistent, and I can block those pretty well. But it's just that one attack that he sometimes starts off with that throws me off. Alright, let's take this guy out. No more silly stuff. Okay. I missed two of those. That's okay, though. My timing is so off. I see the attacks coming, but my inputs are just a little delayed. Or actually, they're a little too soon, a little too early. We'll get them. This weapon is so good, though, and I'm just trying to unlock its potential by figuring out this deflection. But it's definitely going to be the key to some of the later boss. I can just feel it. It's a good weapon. And it punishes them so hard. Much like the two dragon sword. Like, if you pull off that parry, which is very difficult to do, you do a massive amount of damage. This weapon also has a similar punishing capability to it. Right after you execute the deflection, you have a choice to do an R1 or an R2 follow-up attack. The R2 does that much damage. I got greedy there, but I was not going to pass up the opportunity to hit him in the head. That attack I don't like. I'm just going to dodge. Ooh, I didn't have Fable. You have to manage that. I'm going to have to manage that much better, so I have been. Right. Too early. Oh, I dodged right into it. That was my bad. Now I'm gonna have to heal immediately. He looks at you like, yeah, you like that? Okay, here goes. Oh. I don't remember that attack, so. Dodge, baby. Okay. Big attack here. It's kind of make or break right here. We win. Okay, that took forever though. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Sorry that took so long, but it happens. I feel a little bit better about the deflection, but it's definitely not something I want to use consistently until I'm really comfortable. So I want to keep practicing with it. Gotta keep practicing with that one. Okay, so some beautiful attacks with that weapon. Man, I know, it's just so nice to watch. It feels good when you're executing it too. That's the best part. Alright, off we go. We'll have to talk to Pops at some point. Papa G. Papa Geppetto. Yeah, this weapon's fantastic. I absolutely love using it. It looks good. It's just a lot of fun. That's right. It's a little hard stop to go to the hotel. I forgot about that. The scripted, like, go back to the hotel. You got to talk with your dad. I must have forgotten. We have a lot of souls, by the way. Souls. Ergo, by the way. Oh, well. Not wrong there. Spoiler alert. We need to give this woman back her... Yeah. Let's go talk to Geppetto first, and then we'll do that side quest. You're trying to get the rhythm with it, just like with any instrument, it takes practice. Yeah, exactly. It does take a little bit of time, and I was so programmed to the, initially, just the perfect block, and then after I was, completed that playthrough, I went ahead and did a Two Dragons sword kind of playthrough. I was going through all the bosses, and it was just fantastic. That took a lot of kind of reprogramming, because it's not blocking on the same instant of the attack as you normally do. Like the moment of impact, you typically block that, you get the perfect block. With the other weapon, the Two Dragon Sword, you had to know the attack was coming and then anticipate, and it was really tough to time. Oh yeah, that's right. Full Menace is actually pretty good. Or Full Menace, it's not bad. It's actually really good for the puppets and even human enemies. But I'm gonna stick with puppet string just because I'm most familiar and comfortable with this weapon. I've used them all to an extent, but none of them really compare to puppet string in my opinion. It's a lot of fun to use. But yeah, this weapon's a little different because it's still moment of impact, but you have to manage a few things. So instead of just timing it perfectly, you have to make sure you have enough fable. And also, I don't remember the attacks of all the enemies or the timing since it's been a few months, but I think we'll be able to get it pretty soon. So I don't have any Dark Moon Moonstone yet, darn it. We'll get that probably in the Archbishop section, mayhaps. Maybe. Oh, let's level up. What am I doing?
You saved Geppetto.
Yeah, he's cool, I guess. Whatever. He's alright. Okay, let's see. Fine. Just a little bit of vitality. Just a smidge. See, capacity becomes a very important stat in this game. Kind of funny. What could I sacrifice here? I don't want to be slightly heavy. Can I not be slightly... Yeah, I'm going to be slightly heavy. Okay, that's fine. We'll go 20 technique. I got to go for the... I'm okay with the vigor, actually. I could use a little more. I'm thinking, I don't know. We might cap that off at... Shoot, I don't know. Maybe anywhere from 15 to 20. I'm okay with the combo I have now. As long as I can actually execute a full combo and dodge... That's all I need. We'll keep maxing this out. We're not going to touch advance or motivity. And then we'll figure out capacity. I don't like being slightly heavy. It makes me self-conscious. Okay, let's see. I'm just kidding. But it does bother me. let's see what my life looks like right now. It is right at that 6 o'clock thing, pretty much. Okay, so if I remove it, yeah, it's not much. So what does that do for my weight? Where do I see my weight in this? Yeah. Have to act like I'm leveling up, I guess.
I'll use it.
Looking for the slightly heavy thing. I guess I'm lighter now? Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't really need the health, so I'm okay with it. Let's go ahead and rest. I will need to upgrade for some of my defensive, you know, rings and those different little items you can select it or equip at certain points in the game, but that's where capacity will be one of those annoying stats you do have to invest in if you don't want to be, you know, rolling like that. Alright, Geppetto, what do you want, you mean old man?
Always speaking, my friend.
Oh, it looks so cool with that armor on. Looks great.
Be careful, be wary.
Be careful, be wary. Alright, so what are we going to do here? They did change this at some point. Oh, they moved it to phase 1, link dodge. No, they moved the get up animation. So they patched it to where initially you had to actually unlock the get up animation. It was like phase 3 or something like that, and you had to be able to roll out of damage. Because it was just unfortunate because you'd get knocked down and you would get hit again and again because you couldn't evade the next strike. But the developers realized that was a pain and they ended up changing that. Wow, these are all kind of good. The pulse cells, I mean, I get. It's always important, but if I'm going for this kind of run, staggerable window's always nice. I honestly think the Fable slots would be important as well, so I'm probably going to go Fable slots if I'm going to be honest, and then Fatal attacks. Oh yeah, we're going to go Fable. This is a Fable build. This is going to be great. Alright, so that was fun. Guard regain. Enhances discharge pulse cell. A pound. Fatal attack. Okay. Charge Legion when enemies eliminated. That's not terrible. Charge Fable when a perfect guard is successful. Yes. So we're going to need that. I want Fable to be the focus because I'm going to be using that deflection quite a bit, and I want to continue charging it so that I can always use it. So the pulse cells will come.
Get from City Hall to the factory with the key I just gave you.
Thanks, Dad. You jerk. Alright, so Polendina's chilling, Antonia's chilling. They're all good. I mean, there's not much we need to really talk to them about. I used the puppet string through all my gameplays, through New Game Plus, but added in the Aegis. Oh, the Aegis is good. The shield, that is so much fun. I'm glad you've enjoyed the game. You've actually played through it multiple times, and you've actually now started to branch out and experiment. That's where it gets a lot of fun. And that's where you're going to get that kind of like, that itch. You're going to be like, ooh, if any kind of Souls-like game, you're now going to have kind of knowledge that you can carry over from this game. And it's going to allow you to really kind of expand upon like, well, expand upon your skills, of course, and your knowledge of the game, but more so just your enjoyability, because you're going to be like, whoa, you play the game one way, and it's fun, but you really like the game, and you're like, well, I don't want to play it the exact same way. Maybe the combat gets a little stale. We'll change it up, and it feels like a different experience. So to me, it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love that about a well-made game. I need to find... Well, I don't really care about... I guess I don't need to whistle with Murphy or Toma. But I do need to find the baby. I need to give the baby to that crazy lady, the petrified woman. She's not crazy. She's nice. My bad. That was mean. She's a nice lady. She's just sicky. Yeah, we are completely covered in oil right now. Phase 7 P organ gives you a skill so you're like anything under 60%. And you can also gain the skill to guard fury attacks the same way you guard any other attack without perfect... What? You know what? I don't think... I only have played maybe twice. I have not upgraded my P organ that high. And the reason why is because I had picked the right choice there. The reason why is because I played on my main profile, I think 2 or maybe 2 or 3, no, it's 2 playthroughs. And then the other playthrough was, of course, doing the guide, right? The 100% guide. So I've maybe played through the game 3 or 4 times, but I have not been able to play on one file and max out the P organ, because part of me really wants to do that on the main profile before the DLC comes out. And I really want to do it because I want to have like a fresh file ready for the DLC upon its release, but we'll see. I don't think they're going to launch it until maybe the 4th quarter of the year. I'd be very shocked if they launched it any sooner than that, so hopefully we can pull it off. Okay, we're going to go back to the Krot City Hall courtyard. Oh man, my green screen is everywhere. Oh, stretch. That's why New Game Plus is... Yes, you mentioned that. You mentioned how like the New Game Plus was actually pretty difficult, and then it got progressively easier. And that does make a lot of sense. I mean, removing the need or the necessity to perfect parry or perfect block, that's crazy. I mean, that's good, and it rewards you. But at that point, you're already so good at it, right? You kind of like, oh, that's nice, just in case I miss. But at that point, you kind of nail it anyways, right? But it's still a nice quality of life skill to have for sure. This is some cool looking armor. I love the spear, how it has the dragon's mouth on it. That's so cool. Oh, I don't really like this area that much. I do, but I don't mind it. The area I don't like, honestly, is the barren swamp. Not a big fan of poison swamps, but they love throwing them in Souls-like games. Gemini, you're very talkative, bro.
What kind of person is he? I wish we could find him.
Alright, we're going to drop off this area right here. Oh, I forgot about these girls. They're so cool. Very creepy in the opera house. I missed the jump. What a chump. I can't believe that. You come here, sir. I can't believe I missed the jump. Now, I think he's gone. Yeah, he followed me down. That was the enemy. So I need to take this guy out. Oh, no, he didn't follow me down. He's right up here. The swamp is horrible, and so are the rafters of the cathedral. I always fall. Yeah. You know, I don't fall often on those. I don't mind those, like, sequences that much. I certainly do not like... the the barren swamp. Poison's no fun. That's one of those, like, in my opinion, kind of like a developer's like way of being like, how do we make this area harder? Oh yeah, let's make it poisonous. So now you have to manage another stat the whole time. You know, like that was a heck of a throw, my friend. That was crazy. I saw it in the air and I was like, what the heck is that? Boom, hit me right in the head. But anyways, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't necessarily enjoy when developers throw poison swamps or things like that. But it's become a staple for Dark Souls. Or it was a staple in Dark Souls, so now, of course, every Souls thinks that they have to incorporate that, and it's like, you don't have to emulate everything. Only the good bits, please. I missed. Okay. That works. Okay. Sorry, sir. Oh, really? I'm dead. No, I'm not. What are you doing here? I don't remember you. Thank you. Yeah, can we stagger this bro yet? Oh, come on. I messed up so bad there. I'm angry. Oh, the timer went away just the moment I pulled it off too. Okay, I'm gonna have to hurt you, sir. First off, I didn't remember that little crazy girl was there. The little creepy doll baby. She was down here, I thought. No matter. I used way too much health there. But it's fine, we're gonna be right up on a Stargazer here in a few moments. Just gotta get past this little gauntlet here. There's a few annoying enemies. Oh, why are they throwing so far? Like, their aggro range. Look at that. I feel like that's improved. Not to our benefit, but for theirs. Jeez Louise. Yeah, the swamp is terrible. Swamps in general are pretty bad in game. I don't enjoy them very much at all. Alright, Arlecchino, one of my favorite characters. The next video I have is actually about Arlecchino in a different way than it was the previous video. Super excited about it though. Oh yeah, this is yeah, human. Fortunately, the answers are so different that you just kind of remember which ones are right. Now, Trinity Keys probably won't do all these either because you have to backtrack a bit. I don't really feel like backtracking much in this challenge run. Just kind of want to get, I don't want to get through it like in a way that I'm saying, oh, this is not enjoyable, but I don't feel like doing all the struggling through all the stuff for no reason. I'm only going to be using one weapon and one set of armor, so it doesn't make a ton of sense for me to, please pull this up, for me to waste time doing that or getting those other items. Really, bro? If I died to this guy, I would have been so mad. I would have been so mad. Alright, let's get up here and save. I'm concerned that the path I normally take, I just drop down, but watch that fall damage be enough to just take me out. That would be a treat. I'll take the elevator. I mean, the ladder. The elevator. I'll take the manual elevator. Cool, I look forward to your video about Arlecchino. Nice. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's got a few outside references mentioned in it that are going to be kind of crucial to just the analysis in general. It's just a fun thing to look at, but definitely not one of my more like insightful videos, but it's definitely something I noticed, something that's kind of fun to talk about. So, all right, so I think normally I go this route and kind of make it all difficult and stuff. I don't believe I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to wait and go around instead. I'm going to use the, I'd say the simpler method, the less, you know, risky method there. The escalator. The ladder. The escalator. I used every word except ladder, I think. Okay, these guys I need to figure out a combo that works for them, because they're quite annoying. Probably a running R2 would probably stagger them, and that can do R1s. Ooh, Salamander Dagger Blade. This was by far one of my favorite weapons. I loved how quick it was, how little stamina it used, and just the damage in general whenever it was, you know, used against carcasses or even human enemies was just phenomenal. Just a good weapon all around, I think.
This place gives me the creeps.
Does it?
Something's gonna jump out any second.
Well, you're not wrong about that. Oh, Gemini's gonna help me, huh? I think Gemini was a stalker. I think he actually used to run with the legendary stalker at some point, but he's kind of a goofball. Kind of a goober, that one. Okay. Forget my little path I normally take. It's been so long. 4 months is actually a long time having not played a game. Okay, here we get to test out my little theory here. Charged R2. That doesn't stagger them. Okay. That means big R2. That does stagger them. Okay, so it'll be charged R2, R1, R1 to kill those guys. Behind this guy. Oh, I didn't quite pull off the backstab. Running R2 for you. That'll certainly stagger you. Oh, hi. Always check production facilities. Wipe, tighten, and grease. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going here. Oh, hey there. Charged R2. Oh, that's a little slow. Gosh. So if they try a different attack, they're going to actually get off some damage on me there. I might need to update my my combo for those guys. I like to assign combos to enemies in my head anyways. And helps me deal with them in subsequent encounters after I figure it out. Alright, this is going to suck. But I'm going to try using that deflection as much as possible. Alright, please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, you are fun. Hello. Is that what we're going to do? Here goes. Nope, he got the better timing there. Alright, come on, bro. He's being real stingy today. I'm using all my heals. He might get the better of me this time. Ooh, I tried doing the deflection and it did not work. Didn't pull it off. This guy is a pain. He's so annoying. He reminds me of some of the more difficult, or more trolly type enemies in Dark Souls 2. That they had like walls for arms. Those guys were so annoying. They'd create walls pretty much, and like narrow tunnels, mind you. So they were expertly placed in the worst areas possible. Man, I haven't died to this guy in forever. So I don't think it's my first playthrough. Alright. Dodge. We'll go this route again so we can take out the enemies up above. Well, you know, I don't know if we really need to. We got nothing to prove. Yeah, we're good. No need to have these additional encounters for no reason. I'm not farming or anything, so we can just move forward. Oh. I got a stagger out of him. That's impressive. Ah, I moved. I didn't time it right because I moved. That was silly of me. Oh, he breaks your attack up so terribly. Enemies that break your rhythm are probably the biggest threat to me. I'm all about timing and stuff. Would you commit to an attack, please? Okay. And... that was rough. Okay. Nice and slow, right? Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Alright, let's go. That was painful. Alright, here we go. Oh, butterfly. Come here. Yes. Motivity crank. No, I need a technique crank. Darn it. One of these will grant me it, what I need, I'm sure of it. Probably sooner than later, too, so we don't have to wait until the very end. Let's take this fall damage here. And let's repair the Stargazer. We'll go ahead and set the Stargazer. we'll go out to this little area. I think that the butterfly out here just might give me what I need. Maybe. It's most definitely gonna maybe give me what I definitely need. You come over here. Alright. Nice talking to you. The corruption is real. Gosh, this weapon is so strong. I love it. I don't even know how much I need to upgrade it, but I certainly will upgrade every chance I get. I hate that area. Yes. As do I. It's pretty bad. Okay, you come over here. Yeah, did pull that off. Thank you. Okay. You little crazy dolls. They're scarier than the big guy, actually, because they can just kind of pepper in some damage when you're not really paying attention, and that's what gets you. But the puppetry is so good early game just for this reason, and it has viability even late game, which makes it just such a great weapon, I think. Okay, I don't remember where this butterfly shows up. Right here? Oh, okay. Come on, give me a technique crank. Hidden moonstone, I don't need that. I need a technique crank. We're going to open up Polendina's shop here as well, so we'll be okay. Oh, corruption, lovely. I poisoned myself. Benemia's urgent repair tool. No, okay, none of these are what I need. Hey, there's another one. She snuck away. It's easy with the amulet from the nameless puppet, but those puppets are super annoying. Yeah, I agree. There's some enemies in particular, like the clowns to me are, once you get the movement pattern down, like it's fine, but golly, the clowns on that first attempt, they're quite difficult. I'm actually going to go level up. I'm going to continue to do this, level up pretty often. I want to get my stamina up just a smidge. And then we'll go maybe a little bit more vigor this time. And then next round, we'll upgrade our technique. Where'd you go, Sophia? You know, the funny thing, too, is that Sophia is never acknowledged by any of the other patrons of the hotel. And I think that's very interesting. Okay, Miss Sophia, I know you've got a little bit more to tell me that you just aren't sharing. Maybe vitality go up to 15 or something at some point, and then technique here. Okay, so I'm happy with this. Let's just move on with it. And we'll travel yet again. Brutal. Brutality. Workshop Union Culver. Okay, so here, some of the enemies that are pretty tough, and at least initially when I first played, my first playthrough, was the enemy that's in here, actually, that you see for the first time. I forget it. He wields like a hammer or something. He's like a furnace. Those guys are jerks. And before, the patch, when you got attacked and slammed on the floor, you just had to take the next hits that were coming. So you would pretty much die if he knocked you down, because they hit you multiple times. Can I bring you here? Yeah, okay. I thought they were too heavy to bring over for some reason. You know, I can use the ergo chunks that I never can use consumable items in Souls games. I just refuse. But now we can. Nice. Alright, come on, beautiful. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so now I can actually use those ergo chunks to level up and all that. I never use them. I'm just a really strange. I like to hoard these items for some reason in my normal playthroughs. Now in walkthroughs and stuff, I'll certainly use them, but it has to be a separate file. I don't know why I do that, but I do hoard items, and I typically stick to just, you know, whatever weapon I feel most comfortable with, whatever one I'm enjoying. I don't change them up too often. Okay, so that's the result we were looking for. Nice. Alright, what does that door do again? Doesn't it lead me to the, there's a human at some point we're gonna fight with. Oh, that's right. And this is where we meet the cat and fox duo. I died to them so many times. Because you might, exactly, I might need them, you know, sometime, maybe. And I save them until the end of the game. And I'm like, I beat the game already, and I carry over to the New Game Plus. I'm like, I don't really feel like using them. It makes me feel icky. Alright, so this is where we'll show up a little bit later. We can drop this down. Something of a shortcut, I guess, if you hadn't tagged the other Stargazer. I don't know, it's a weird one. Alright, we're gonna run past this. This enemy is gonna break through the wall to our right. We'll say hello. That's the standard puppet greeting. I think this is the fireman's axe. Yeah. Alright, here we go. So now we can run off to the left. Okay, that's the other save point, and this, I believe, is where we meet those tricksters. You know, I've always given them coins and stuff too. I don't know if I'm going to do that this time. I'm still very offended. Alright, they're taken care of. I can't open this one yet. This is where, yep, the Trinity key is. Nice. Love the fable art for this weapon. It's really good. I do have a Trinity key. I guess we could technically use this one. Since I have it, and since we're right here, why not? Why not? And then there's another little shortcut I think we can open. Yeah. That takes us to the enemy that was shielding everything that we're throwing at him. The dual shielding enemy instead of the dual wielding. Alright, blue, bloods, tailcoat, and quartz. See, the quartz is nice, and I'm not going to shy away from getting those if they're just right in my path, but I probably won't go off the beaten path to obtain them. So I have to figure out what to do with the cat and the fox. We'll figure that out. Okay. Yeah, they're too far. Too close for me to actually use it effectively. Why am I locked onto the wrong one? And die. Alright. Much better. Now with this amount of health, I'm a little concerned because the enemy down below is no fun. Okay, we'll have to reach out to him in just a minute. That's like a mini Fuoco. Oh gosh, that hurt. Okay. Don't do it. Okay, now I have no health. We do have some saw blades though. That'll do the trick. Let's see, what do I do? You know what? We just have to just not die. Easier said than done. Lovely. I missed. How did I miss that? I missed it. I can't believe that. So I actually pulled off the deflection, and then I missed the counter attack. Oh, that's annoying. That would have been nice to pull off, but it's okay. We're not too far from there. Let's see. Shayla says, before I started watching your guides, I played this area and killed the puppet of the future. And the green goo. I did too. My very first playthrough, actually, I did the same thing. And I think in the guide, I was like, you can just take him out here. Like, the corruption damage is actually so manageable that it's okay. And you can even survive it at such a low level, you know? So I definitely took him out as well, thinking that I'd get some really cool upgrade. And you do. You get the quartz, I think, or you get something yummy down there. And I definitely was like, yep, this is good. This is the good stuff. So I was really happy with that. But it's one of those things where you may be inclined to not take that risk early on because you're kind of newer to the game. Like, I don't know. But I was like, okay, I'm familiar enough with these Souls-like games that they typically reward you for for putting your life out there on the line. And the save point was so close. The save point was so close, I figured. I was like, well, we might as well give it a shot. This guy. I feel like you're going to chase me. Because even if you die, I mean, they can just jump right back down that pathway again. You have a lot of health, dude, for being already, like, picked apart. Here, that's right. Are you going to be... No, you're not going to behave. Okay. Didn't think you were. These guys are so aggressive, but they don't really offer anything other than a few lazy strikes. It's like, be gone with your madness. Charged R2, and then don't lock onto these unless we can puppet string them. There you go. Oh, lovely. There it is. Alright, so now we have plenty of health. Let's go ahead and take this guy. We're not going to drop down. We got the sawtooth and everything our hearts could desire there. Let's make sure we don't get ambushed, though. No, stay down there. You better stay down. I don't think I've ever left them alive, so. Hello. We'll just dodge this, and then we'll come in close. Oh. Yikes. Okay, that's not good. I whiffed 2 of my strikes there. There you go. 2 of my counters anyways. How do you still have juice, bro? I'm surprised he hasn't been staggered yet. There you go. I was so shocked. I'll just kill him the old-fashioned way, I guess. Maybe not. That was weird. I do like this amulet because I think it decreases the rate at which your weapons decay, right? Yeah, weapon durability consumption. It's not bad, especially for early on because... Oh yeah, that's gonna shock me. It's not bad because you don't have to invest a lot in like the grindstone being really good. Because once it gets going, it's actually pretty fast, but you just have to get it to that kind of momentum. Alright, so now that we're here, what do? We go take out the puppet of the future, I suppose. Everything's nice and drained. You guys can just watch. Just watch me fight him. I'm going to go up these stairs and cross this pathway, or connect this little pathway here. Then we'll drop down and defeat the puppet of the future. Do-do-do, my green screen's going crazy. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. We're going to remove.
Oh, fantastic.
Gemini, you are cornball. Okay, let me try and fix my green screen real quick. So it's super dark. Let's see. The green is still greening. And now I accidentally selected a key color that was like not green, so it looks crazy right now. Let me just fix the contrast. It's still kind of bad, actually. It's kind of goofy. See if I can fix it. If not, we have to just go without it, I suppose. I don't know. I apologize, but yes, I was trying to fix this up, and for some reason it's just acting ridiculous. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it just looks, it's just green. So you just have to see a green screen, I guess. I guess that's ugly. That's so ugly. Let me shrink it down for you guys a little bit. It looks hideous. A little less offensive. Okay. It is what it is. Okay, so it's because my lighting isn't necessarily the best. I used natural lighting, but my webcam is really what's to blame. It doesn't adjust to light kind of being very bright and then kind of getting dark because maybe there's clouds or cover like that, so it's terrible at adjusting. Here goes. I don't remember how to fight this guy. Oh yeah. Oh, lovely. Am I dead? Oh, okay. That would have been great if I pulled it off. What's up with the stamina? Good gosh, look how slow it's regenerating. And I'm dead. Right when I was trying to heal. Well, let's go back and kill the puppet of the future. Mahfouz, what's going on? Looks like 2014. It looks like something. Let's see, how do we do this? Where shall I go? The quickest route, I think it's right up here, I guess. Oh, I am probably heavy now because of the Sword Master's Amulet, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, I gotta be at this point. Well, you know what? Fine. That thing is heavy. Alright, so here we go. We're going to walk, retrace our steps, go back to the puppet of the future. Take him out. Successfully this time. Yeah, it's so annoying. I just need to have probably a room light on or something. Because my webcam projects a light, but it's not the best either. Dodge. Such a great moveset. Oh, that little baby stomp got me. Nope, I'm dead. That was close. You can do your spin attack, please. I missed that opportunity. Lovely. We'll do this. Oh, that's gonna hurt if I don't dodge that. Yep. That should do the trick, I hope. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't quite do the trick. That does the trick. Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Puppet of the Future. And we got the quartz. We got some ergo fragments. We can use those to level up. I forgot all about that. Booster glaive. We will not be using that for this playthrough, but good thing we got it. Hidden Moonstone. I would love a technique crank at some point in time. That would be just wonderful. We could change our scaling for the weapon that we're using, which would be nice. Because it would probably end up being an S scaling weapon, which is just so good. Alright, let's go and save Vanini and make it to Fuoco. I think I'll probably end the stream after I defeat Fuoco. We've been going for a good while, 2.5 hours. Not bad. Not a bad little session. Okay, that's where I came from. We'll go up here. I don't feel like getting scammed by the little cat. He just really takes pleasure in that. I'm like, yeah, you're a jerk. Hate to say it. That was close. Okay. Oh yeah, we still have that human enemy to fight too. Should probably take him out.
The only way to be sure. You can't fool. All puppets must die.
Okay. You do your stalker greeting and everything.
Tell what's blood and what's oil.
Whoa, bro, hold on. You get all the combos. Lovely. There I go, trying to do my deflection.
I wish I'd known.
But really? He's so fast. I can't deflect him in time. I'm gonna have to just do perfect blocks here.
I wish I hadn't run away.
Oh gosh, I'm dead. Okay, so if an enemy doesn't get their poise broken, if you're doing the deflection, do not try to do the deflection counter, because if you do, it's just going to open you up for an attack, which is what I did multiple times, so do not do that. Note to self and to viewers. Yeah, do not open that up, because all you're going to do is just expose yourself, and you'll be vulnerable for a huge window. I didn't realize that the counterattack was that slow until you face off with such a fast enemy, and they do strike really quickly, so the human enemies in general. Okay, so let's go back this way, retrace our steps. Oops, that's not at all the steps we took. He's right in there, by the way, but can't quite get to him that way because we didn't defeat him. That's how you access the room. an alternate way anyways. Okay, we'll go up, and then we'll go down that ladder again after we defeat the puppets. Ah, that was close. Almost got whacked right in the face. Okay, oh, hey there, buddy.
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
Well, let me help you. Oh! My phone's ringing. Tickling me. Can you press L2?
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
Okay, let's do... See if I can pull this off. Yeah, I figured I'd be able to. Let's get in this execution here.
I wish I hadn't run away.
I was gonna say, I have a... trying to mash R1 here. Okay, here goes, big attack. Let's get out of this tiny, cramped corridor. It's only gonna hurt me. Oof. What a jerk. That's all I have to say. Okay, so that's gonna take us back to where we're at. Let's go this way again. That was annoying. So quick enemies are gonna be a problem. You have to rely primarily on perfect blocks there, unless you can stun them or stagger them. So let's just keep that in mind. Nice kill, thank you. It only took me 2 tries. I should have got that first try, that's fine. Can't be super efficient every time, I suppose. Funny thing is, as I'm getting a little bit more familiar and back into the swing of things, the timing has been my biggest challenge to kind of reobtain, you know. I'm not quite as good at the timing as I was. But I'm sure by probably second, third stream will be much more efficient. Let's go talk to Vanini. Better than me. No, I doubt it. At this point, I don't know if I believe that. I have gotten hit and died to enemies I don't think I've ever died to before. Oh, your Italian accent is just... yikes. Venini. Alright, now I will go level up yet again. The reason being is because I would like to have any help possible in this because I am lacking like in my timing and all that, so I do want to have a little more damage output to make up for that. Alright, there's our girl, Sophia. The human enemies were harder because they attack so quickly and they don't give me up. I know. They're pretty relentless. The human enemies in general, I think, were probably the toughest. Like, and Romeo kind of fits that because he's human-shaped and sized. So Romeo was a jerk. He was an absolute jerk. Yeah, sorry. I have to go technique. I thought about it and I was like, let's keep it simple. What if Polendina has a crank for us? You have nothing that I need, sir. Lovely. And we do have some quartz, so let's go ahead and unlock a few more things on the P organ. Maybe some pulse cells. Then we'll probably go with stagger damage at some point. Oh, is it here? Yeah. I feel like here I always change my hair in the other games. I don't really do much for the P organ, so... stagger window, pulse cells. There you are. Fatal attacks. Yes, please. And do I have another? I do. Charge attack, stamina consumption, weapon durability, recovery speed. That's not ever a bad thing. Legion. I don't really need that too much. Increases air go upon limiting an enemy. No. Okay, so I never really use the item type enhancements. I mean, I guess that would be terrible. Lower the stamina and a charge attack. I mean, it's not bad. More pulse cells, looks like. Retain guard regain upon pulse cell use. Is that new? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Amulet slots, not so much. Retains a certain amount of guard regen when receiving damage. Okay. Well, that's not bad either. Getting hit. You gain Fable charge. I'm okay with that. Because I will get hit. Alright. We need a Dark Moon Moonstone at some point. We also need a Technique Crank as well. So those are going to be some big ticket items we're looking for relatively soon. Let's see. And then what I need to do after this, I need to figure out my lighting situation so that there's not a giant green square. I could be like, this is just my studio where I do my videos. It could be all fancy like, right? No, I don't have like a proper setup for that. So that's why I use the green screen. Alright, here goes. So, go here, here, here. Oh gosh. I never fall off those raptors. I don't think I've ever fallen off. I feel like they got more accurate. There's like some patch where they just became like all professional baseball players or something. I don't remember them being that amazing at throwing. I tried to heal, but I started sharpening my weapon instead, so that was fun. Wow, so that's what that's like. We'll go this way. Thank you. Yes, I learned that firsthand about how overheat works. When you're on fire, you burn to death. And quickly. I love the tutorial after the fact, right? Yeah, it sucks. That's what gravity does. Now, I will say, I don't fall off. Oh, yes, I got the technique crank. Oh, my gosh. We win the game. Now we're unstoppable. Our damage is going to go through the roof. I wear this. Oh, gosh. Idiot. Not good. Okay. And you, sir, what are you doing? How do you still have stamina, brosif? Like, I have hit you with every charged attack in the book. Now he has no stamina. Good God. I need to somehow find the, not stagger window, but the stagger damage for this guy. Okay, let's see. So now, I need to go back upstairs. And we'll head back up. Hi. We'll head back upstairs. And we'll grab the rest of the items on that upper floor. Let's see. We won't fall into the goop. Now, I've never done that. If I did that, I would probably just quit. Oh, God. Okay, I thought I was going to do it. Okay, first time for everything. Alright, charged R2. Thank you. Charged R2. Thank you. Running R2. Ooh. Spice it up. Alright, so now we're good. Let's go ahead and charge sharpen our weapon. Drop down. And we'll try and face off with our little friend Fuoko. That's something I did all the time. I would imagine being very upset because, oh, I fall off cliffs. I don't fall off like narrow beams and stuff. I can do that all day. I fall off cliffs. Like, hey, there's nowhere to go, but I will dodge roll off a cliff any chance I get. Trust me on that. Okay, here goes. Don't shoot me, bro. Oh, I did not time that right. Come on, I'm getting greedy. Okay, here goes. We're gonna be reactive. We're gonna react in pain, I guess. Why? Why are we doing this? You know, I don't remember any of his attacks. He's usually pretty stunned pretty quick. Okay, I've used all my heals. Lovely. Why won't you get stunned? I used all my I used all of my deflections and Fable art there, trying to pull that off. I fell in the goop my very first run. Oh, no. I just feel like I don't know. I've never fallen off that. Like, I'm really good at that, and I always am like, I can usually like run almost full speed on these things, or just like, you know, hold the stick and keep moving. But if it's a cliff, I mean, I'm gonna go straight for the edge of that cliff, and that's just a guarantee. I got to the point where I just laugh at myself. Oh, I do too. I shock myself more. I'm like, really? Alright, here goes. Let's try and learn this dude's attacks before we just blindly attack him and use up all our stamina. Yeah. Oh, I didn't have any Fable art. Okay. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with my timing? 1, 2, okay, 3. I didn't time any of those right. I missed every single one of those. Oh my gosh. We'll get them. We're gonna go around again. I think it's always best to kind of go that way. Just, I don't know if it's any faster. It's just the path I've always taken. You don't have to be chased by a little robot dude. Hiya! Those projectile throwing dudes are way more accurate than I remember. I don't remember them being that accurate. Oops. Oops, indeed. I missed all 3 of those. But he staggers his, he stops in between, which is a motion that always throws me off until I memorize it. Oh, lovely. Love getting hit. And 1, 2. Okay, I'm dead. I got 1. We're improving. I just do not remember these attacks. Now, I could honestly start using the abrasives, but I don't want to do that until I'm familiar with his, you know, attack patterns, movement set, what have you. Could just be a waste. Let's try that again. So, let's see here. I just don't remember him relying on that spinning attack so much. I remember him shooting from afar. He does that all the time. Nope. Oh, lovely. The swings I get, and that's my fault. Ugh. I was going to try again, but I'm so stubborn. Nope. Okay, that was scary. What? He kicks? You know what I'm thinking? The last time I beat him with the two dragon sword, and I remember his timing being pretty tough for me there. But I think I'm doing the, all the blocks and stuff way too late because way too early. Because whenever you use the two dragon sword, you have to initiate that parry like a few, I don't know. I say it's like three ticks, whatever that means, 3 ticks, 3 seconds, or whatever before the impact. So I'm doing that, and then I'm getting hit because I've guarded and then let go by the time he's actually swinging. So I'm like, oh, I see what I'm doing now. So I either need to hold it so I can at least guard it and reduce some of the damage, or time it better. Perfect timing. Here we go. Jerk. Ugh. That hurts. Yeah. You little dummy. No. Oh, he's gonna do it anyways. Damn you. No. Now what? He's got all kinds of stuff. I remember him shooting projectiles everywhere. Bro. Thank you. And dodge. Okay. Oh, I thought I had that one. Dodge. I'm gonna have to dodge more than I would like. That was a perfectly timed deflection. Another one. There you go, buddy. Okay, he's dead. That was crispy, I'm not gonna lie. That was good. I enjoyed that. High-powered flame amplifier. That was a good one. That felt good. You know, the funny thing is, when I first beat this boss, my first playthrough, I was so concerned that I ruined something because Vanini had said, "Hey, look, help." Gosh, it's not Polendina. His little puppet. I forget his puppet's name. And when I went over, he wasn't there. Like, he didn't populate, right? So like I was like, okay, I don't see the puppet anywhere. He was not here. So like I went to the Stargazer, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for retrieving my friend," or whatever. I'm like, I didn't do anything. So
What do we have here?
the broken butler puppet.
I seem to remember someone on the 2nd floor. Think it belongs to him?
No, Gemini, just some random puppet.
Sounds good.
I dodge him more than parry. Pulcinella, that's right, Pulcinella. Pulcinella and Polendina. Gosh, you have an excellent memory. I certainly do not. So this area obviously is going to take us to like the underground, blah, blah, blah. I guess we could go to we'll get to the next Stargazer, level up at Hotel Krat, and then we'll call it a stream. It's been a good session. We're approaching 3 hours. I think that's good. And it allows me to get a good chunk of the game completed, but more importantly, frees me up because I do have to, work on content for the other channels as well. And also on this channel, I'm not just going to do live streams on this channel. It'll be guides and all that, so I got to make sure I kind of balance out the time and manage it to the best of my ability. Hello, friend. We'll fight one of those furnace bros here in a little bit. It's such a great Legion arm. Lovely. We got 10,000 ergo we can use. That's going to be wonderful. What is this? There's an enemy that always comes from behind. Let's see. Is it him? There's always an enemy that attacks me that I'm just not anticipating. I think I run past him all the time. Yeah, I do. And then, yeah, I get stabbed over here. Run into the bomb. There you go. Alright, so they're going to be down. we'll go ahead and apply our technique crank as well. We'll want to change those out. And that'll give us at least A scaling, and that's going to be just a huge increase in damage. Actually really excited about that. Nope. Okay. What do I normally do with you? Okay. I was gonna say, how do I normally get rid of that annoyance? Alright, here I think there's like what? There's like a surprise enemy, I think. Yeah, the 3 enemies here. So 1, 2. But this weapon's so strong, it just takes them out. Like it a lot. Lovely. We get this big wrench. I don't know why, but someone was like using the wrench in a playthrough. Well, I guess I'm doing the same thing, so I'll hush because I'm going to say I'm going to be a hypocrite. But I do remember someone doing like a wrench playthrough, and I think and I guess it was like a challenge run, kind of like how I'm like, this is kind of a challenge run, not really. But I was like, it's a strength-based weapon, and like everything kind of caters to that strength-based weapon unless you go full dexterity, which is only a handful of weapons that really cater to that style of play. So in this game, like the high-skilled weapons are the technique or dexterity-based weapons. Like you have to have weird timing with the, you know, the 2 dragon sword and things like that. Most of the weapons, and most of the boss weapons in particular, are no elemental scaling, but they do have scaling that applies specifically to, you know, strength. A lot of them are just big hulking weapons. And then the big advanced weapons, or the big elemental weapons, they're okay, but they're usually, the moveset's just not my favorite. So that's why I was like, okay, advanced was the way I was going to go, that path I was going to take. And then after that I realized, I was like, you know, let's try technique or dexterity, and it was great. It's really rewarding, but it's definitely a pretty big skill gap. You got to get past that crap, which is tough. But it's certainly rewarding. You can pull it off. Lovely. Let's do the charge R2. This guy has like the most stack. What's it got? Poise. Why? He's gonna do it again, aren't you? He's gonna run. 1, 2. I was this close to trying the deflection. I probably would have died. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here. Oh. The good thing is you have iframes when you're doing an execution or a fatality, and oh my gosh. I almost died. I wasn't watching how quickly the overheat was just melting my health bar. I've seen people play with it in other heavy weapons, and I don't know how they do it because they're so slow. Yeah, I know. They're just really slow weapons, so you're going to take a lot of hits because there's not a way to cancel your animation, you know, like instantly with those types of weapons. So, I don't know. It's just not really my play style to have like a big hulking weapon just swinging it around. It's like, it's not my favorite style, but I'll use it. Like, I'd say when I'm doing like a Souls-like game, I will often run with a strength-based build, and just because it's a super easy investment, and you just go in like health and strength, and you're good to go, and it allows you to explore, and that then allows me to learn about the other mechanics of the game and other things you can do, other styles of play. But I don't necessarily enjoy that. It's just a safe route to take. But sometimes, I mean, you're gonna open yourself up to a lot of hits too. So and I don't really like that. I like to have a little bit of finesse if possible. But it's just everybody's preference, I suppose. Let's see. We're gonna bump this up. Okay, we'll get it up to here. And then I promise I'll focus on vitality later. Okay, goodbye, Sophia. Let's go ahead and upgrade our crank as well. Alter handle. Okay, so I know I have a technique. Oh, no. I need 600 ergo? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I have plenty. I have plenty. Where's my ergo? I'm gonna use all these, actually. Can I just use? Is there a way to just use? Hold on. Yes. We're gonna go ahead and use all these. And I will upgrade. I'll save the boss ergo. I don't know. I'm just weird about that. I get. We could try and find some good amulets. Yeah, instead of the boss weapons, I can go for the amulets. That wouldn't be a bad thing to try. Okay, so technique. Let me just confirm. This would get me to A. That's fine. I love it. Yes. Now I have another 12k ergo to go ahead and burn. Let's level up some more.
I'll use it.
It's so weird. I've never really been able to have this freedom to just use it so willy-nilly. It's nice. There's the vitality that we needed. Okay, there you go. So I feel pretty happy about that. Let me clean this up a little bit. There you go. Cool. Let's go talk to Vanini and Pulcinella.
There you are. Without that, it's a
Thank you, thank you. We'll see. I think he gives us a maybe fire. I don't remember which one he gives us in general, but well, don't we modify the grinder here? I think. No, that's Legion Arm. Maybe Pulcinella sells them. I don't remember. I'll have to buy the grinders. That's right. What am I thinking? Buongiorno. That's not bad. I actually will use this. And I have just enough. So this is perfect. How do I equip it? We'll go here. Oh, I have fire as well. Okay, good. Good, good. Excellent. Okay. So I'll talk with him. I think he helps me switch them out. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, where do I get... So let's sync. Actually, we're going to be going to the Malum district and all that stuff here soon, right? So we'll probably need to switch to fire. Ooh, it's going to be really nice to look at, too. Let's just run out here real quick. So we would do this. Now we have a flaming sword here. Oh, yeah. That's going to be wonderful. Yeah, that's monstrous damage. 4,000 damage. I mean, there's not a lot that's going to survive that. I love it. Okay, this is going to be great. Well, I'm super excited about how this playthrough is panning out. I'm honestly excited to see kind of how quickly we're going to get through the rest. And I want to, do everything we can to just maximize this build to the best of our ability. So we're going to go Fable charges for days. We're going to definitely go for the Technique Crank, which we're ready to accomplish. And once we find the Dark Moon Moonstones, we'll upgrade the weapon as much as possible. But until then, I hope that we can kind of continue trudging along the way through the next areas in hopes that we can, find and kind of fine-tune our build first chance we get. But anyways, I've had a ton of fun. I want to thank each and every one of you guys that were able to stop by today. Thank you so much, Shayla, you especially, for all the support and all the generosity you've expressed since you first found the channel. So it means a lot. It really does. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Next stream, we will be continuing our journey through Krot, and I do believe I'll have it scheduled for Wednesday, so we'll try doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the streams, and then it'll always be posted alongside the regularly scheduled content across my various channels. So hope you guys enjoy the content, and if you do, just always feel free to drop a like or subscribe if you're new to the channel. It just lets me know you want more content like this. Of course, comments go a long way. I don't necessarily respond to them all, but I certainly read every single comment. So that is part of, I think, my responsibility to see, kind of get the feedback and understand what you guys like. Ultimately, I think it was a great stream. I had a lot of fun. We got to shake off a little bit of the rust. We weren't necessarily as crispy as I'd like to be, especially on a live stream, but hey, it's fine. I think live streams are going to be more casual in terms of like the content that I produce, and then that way I can really focus on fine-tuning and polishing all of the guides and walkthroughs for you guys. But the live stream is just kind of a place for us to hang out, a safe place and safe space to have fun, just talk about our favorite games, judgment free, of course. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and until Wednesday, it's the Inhuman One signing out.